close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk, or welcome to Let's Talk. If you're new to this podcast, I'm Cynfael. Today's topic will be being alone, and in studio we have Jasmine.
Hi.
So today the topic is being alone. So Jasmine, what are your thoughts on that?
I think being alone could be a good thing at times and a bad thing at times. There's a good and bad thing. So some people would enjoy being alone. They like being in their own comfort. And then again, there are people who want to be in others' company but just don't know how to do it. So they end up keeping to themselves because they don't know how to socialize and whatnot, if that's the case.
Yeah. And when people think about being alone, is like mostly like a negative thing. Like
Yeah.
we all, it's a human comfort to be. It's a human instinct just to get along with people, like socialize. But sometimes that desire to socialize could impact your life in a negative way and also in a positive way, depending on who you also want to associate yourself
Yeah.
with. So let's start off with the negative sides and the stigmas that are attached to being alone. So with it being alone, there's the main thing of
Yeah.
bullying.
But it's just people don't know
And
don't know how to approach that person, and they just decide to put a stigma against that person, which makes it worse.
yep. And the thing about it is, people need to learn that there are different types of people in this world. No matter how they say we are all equal, yes, we are all equal, but we are all very different. And there are many types of people in this world, and there are many experiences that have people a certain way, shyness, outgoing. Because sometimes the outgoing people too have their own negative experiences, like they like it was a force because they could, at home they
Yeah.
could be like they want to talk but they have nobody to talk to, so they're really talkative. And some people might be like, oh gosh, she's talkative, but you really have to understand. And in our last episode we talked about parenting, and that is also an issue that causes that. So if you want, you can check out our podcast on parenting and find out more about the lifestyle in parenting. So today we're focusing on being alone. So even talkative people can be alone, and it depends on the certain environments that the persons are in. Because it could be in school, it could be at home, it could be at a job, or it could just be at any social event. So Jasmine, what are your thoughts on the negative sides of what people think being alone are or is?
Sometimes associated with bullying. And let's see. To the individual who's experiencing this, I'm sure they have so many emotions, so many thoughts going through their mind whilst being in their surroundings, whether it be at work, school, or at any social event. I'm sure they feel peer pressured in a way. I'm not. Oh, you can talk.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Because there is like this human need to be loved and accepted.
I
So
myself, I
yeah,
like being alone at
continue.
times, and then at times I would like to socialize. But then because of my actions of keeping to myself, people may think otherwise of me and, just want to talk things without knowing what's really going on. And they do that, they judge us without getting to know the person, you know?
Yeah. Well, in my case,
Mm.
it's basically a forced thing. I was forced to be alone because for most of my life, I've been alone. Not really home as an aspect, but more of a school and a social way. Because I always had negative experiences, me, and it just stuck with me that, oh, I'm not really this kind of person, and later on in the podcast, when you come to that segment,
Mhm.
I will tell you guys how I change and what are the positive sides. But the
Yeah.
negative sides for now is basically that you don't really feel comfortable going out. You mostly like to keep to yourself. So that is a kind of negative things in a way. Depending on how some people view it, but if you really view it differently and analyze each and every aspect of that, you would see that it's
Also,
not
if
all
you keep
bad and it
yourself
has
like you have
positives in it.
standards and you're not going to mingle with anyone and everyone, right? Being alone at times, like a really good positive is that when there's trouble around, people would know
Yeah,
for certain that you weren't there. You're not involved in yourself in such activities, whatever it may be.
yeah, yeah. And I think the main
Yes.
area where
Oh
you
my
encounter
gosh.
people being by themselves and feeling bad about it is in school. And school is the main
Yeah.
place because you can feel comfortable by yourself and still have the aspect of socializing with other people. So it's not. So school is like, okay, I'm around people. I let's say for
Mm-hmm.
me, I like to talk to older, mature people. Not really old as in like 80 or thing. It's like a little 20 something, like mature standards. So I am forced to be in the category, to talk people in category of probably like 12 to about 16 or 17, generally for Form 5.
Yes.
And it's not really the kind of conversation that I want. It's not like really like the uplifting, like the successful conversations, and it kind of forms you as a person, basically depending on people that you socialize with. And that is
Connection.
one of the main issues that I have
Yeah.
because people in my school, I
It's
don't
more
really
about like
have that kind
bragging.
of, they don't really have the maturity, yeah, the maturity that to make that connection. Yes. And like putting out on people. And I'm not really the kind of person to do that because I know I learned
Mm.
from my experiences growing up that everybody have their story and that others don't really care to hear it. So at least to find one person who actually cares could make a difference in somebody's life, and I know that for a fact. So let's go on to positives of of
Really?
being alone because
I find it's like a 50-50
to me, there's
for
actually
me,
more positives than
in
negatives,
a
like
way. It's
especially
like
if in a schooling
50-50,
environment.
the good and bad bits. Be- Like
Mm,
another thing, like parents would want to know if their child is okay and stuff like that. And want to
yeah,
get counseling when it's really not needed. All you have to do is just like talk to the child.
yeah,
But yes,
and that,
you can continue.
hmm yeah. So basically, as Jasmine said, it
Mm-hmm.
basically depends on the person how they view it. Because we could, how I view it is more of a positive side. How other people might view it
Yes.
is more like a negative side. But we all know that each and everything in life has a good and a bad. It's just how you make the most of the situation. Because
Mm.
as I could say,
Wise words,
life is
wise words.
10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Yeah, so the positive sides. Okay, so you don't get
Yeah, to force
you
yourself.
don't have
Yes.
to have to diminish who you are or destroy the person that you are. Yeah, you could be whatever you want to be, who you want to be, and you can feel free and not live pressured. You could also, and if anything happens with that group, that a certain group in school or something, you would not have a record or have any affiliations with them, so you could have as much chances to
Yeah.
be a
But the thing is,
successful person
people nowadays have
than
such a
if you would
facade. Like,
associate with a
they could
bad
pretend to
group.
be so interested, they could pretend to be so good of a friend, and truly that's not the case.
Yeah. So I really think that people should
Yes.
really look more closely to somebody than to just make assumptions like, oh, he's quiet, he doesn't have any friends. And the thing about it is, thank you, y'all, for pointing out that the person does not have any friends. As
Try
if
to,
that is
yeah.
obvious. Why not, instead of making it in a bad way, just be like, hi, how are you? You know, start talking to that person, because there are a lot of people who are not just in the country or
Reach
in
out
the
to someone.
region, but also across the world, who make friends like that. Like they actually like, okay, and this, yes, and actually helps, because you actually, that person that you still reach out to could be
Yes.
the one of the most genuine friends you could ever meet in your life. So it's not really about, you shouldn't people shouldn't really be like, oh, he has no friends, and that make the person feel uncomfortable. Because from my experiences, I always feel a certain way when I encounter people who have like the same who going through something similar to me.
Yeah.
I I just have a urge to just reach out, like, to talk to them. Yes, I just have that feeling, because it's like, oh, I've been through this, and I see
Yes.
this person, and I'm not sure the person could be as strong as me, so I would just, reach out. Like, what you have to lose with reaching out? And if you focus on people like, oh, you're talking to this person, well, I don't think you should be in this group. Go from here. We don't want to talk to you. It's like they have you on a leash, and you shouldn't be on a leash. You should be as free as possible, because it's your life, and
Hmm.
each and every step that you take in your life is building up who you are and what you will have later on in the future. Because I've learned that it takes about 7 years to start a business, 10 if you're not as smart, and 5 if you have money. So you know how much hours you have to put in for that. And if you spend all of your hours like trying to mold yourself into somebody who other people think you should be, then 10 years later, what would you have? Because friends are not forever. They may die, you may die,
Yes.
they may move away, they may
Hmm.
say, okay, you are no longer useful to me. I only used
Just
to have you
one
because
thing people
you were
like that is
smart,
so
and I
disgusting. I
helped
just,
you, let me copy your
I don't
homework.
know.
So,
Yes. And they don't
yes,
like to be used at all.
because they're basically
They
using
just want to
people.
benefit themselves.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that is the rules tell people that I honestly, that just pissed me off. Like, I just honestly, like, why you, I honestly be like, why are you even here? Like, why? Just why? But if, like I said, I like to see things from different sides. So sometimes, they have been through something similar, and they don't want, they feel like if other people start to move on to different friendships, they will feel, they'll start to feel that certain way again, because it could happen like that, that the person who's like keeping the other people on a leash is like, okay, I want to be center of
Yeah.
attention. I never had center of attention for like 3 years in preschool or primary school. Okay, in secondary school, I
Mm-hmm.
want the attention now. I want people, so you be kind of like a bossy person. So that's how bullying comes into play. because you basically want other people to acknowledge who you are and basically doing it forcefully. Like I say, respect is not given or demanded, it is earned. You cannot force somebody to give respect. Like I cannot say, okay, Jasmine,
Yeah.
I want respect, so you cannot talk to X, Y, and Z. That is not how you get respect. Basically, you get hate by that way. That is basically like the one way ticket to getting hated. So another thing, so another positive, so positives. As I said, you don't have to worry about this group getting in trouble. You could do whatever you want. You could start new life. You could start a new life. For instance, if you live in, let's say, in Trinidad and Tobago or Barbados or any other country in the world, it'll be easier for you to leave, like to go to another country to pursue
You know
your
what happens
dreams
in life?
because you don't have any
Like,
attachment. So
say
that's
if
one of the
you
advantages
grown up
of being.
and later on in life
Mhm,
you are so successful, those same people that ridiculed you and just left you on your own, like if you have a particular job or a certain status,
mhm,
after becoming so successful, they try to use you, try to become your
mhm.
friend, try to pretend to be like, oh my gosh, like friends from like since long ago, like I don't like that either. And
Yeah.
mhm,
As a lyric in my song say, if you don't love me now, you can't love me later. But my later is much greater because if the people who actually stay with you even in your poorest times, they are actually people who don't really ask for anything, but you
mhm,
would see that okay, this person has been with me. Okay, I want to help this person out. I want to thank them. So it's up to the
mhm.
person to give. They can't be like, oh, I'm your friend. No, no, it doesn't work that way. Because that is
None at
basically the
all.
worst possible. And the thing about it, they don't have no shame when they do it, you know. They have no shame.
But apparently that's life. You just have to watch out for it and
Thank,
keep your head
mhm.
on.
Mm, yeah. You have to make sure and like literally like find loopholes, and if they have like loopholes
Yeah.
that cause like it's a fake, like how they putting on an act, you just have to find it and just let it go. Like one time let's start to, even now, even if you're not successful now, find those kind of people and start to cut them away. You might end up with less friends, but
Mm-hmm.
it is quality over quantity when in terms of friendship. Because I have like
Mm-hmm.
probably about six good
Oh,
friends, give or take.
I feel so
Even
appreciated.
Jasmine, one of my good friends. Before I used to have,
Yeah.
before I used to have like real friends, I used to be like
Yes.
wanted to socialize and like talk to people, but then I realized that was not doing me any good.
Keeping you
It
back
was it
in a
was
way.
not helping me. It was
Mm-hmm.
not motivating me. It was more like okay, yes, and it's have a way that okay,
Yeah.
you cannot be smart. This never happened to me, but I know people who this
Yeah.
happened to. Okay, you cannot be smart in this group, and in them naturally smart. They love to learn, but because they want to be accepted, they just let go of that. Utilizing their brain and just to fit in with a group of people. So that I find being
Yeah.
alone is much better than being with people that
But another thing is,
bring you
like
down and change who you
let's
want to
say
be.
people
Hmm.
who were quiet before and they form a group and all of a sudden they're so
Hmm.
social, like they're out there, they want to be in everything, blah blah blah. But sometimes they go about it in the wrong way. They might they want to follow the trends instead of like setting their own trends. And that will be the downfall of many people these days. Trends.
Yeah. Everybody have to like do certain things in moderations and not fully like do it like because because even being alone, if you don't do it in really like moderations, it will have some effects on you later on in life. And it's not like it's, and don't be afraid, you all who's listening. You can't change it if you start now, because habits weren't originally habits, but you kept doing it over a period of time, and then it just stuck. Because for me, when I started studying for CSEC, which I started like about 10 months before the exam, I was like, okay, I want to do this.
We're totally different.
I want to study each and every single day
I just told my
until
sister
exam
exam
finish.
in Jan. I
Hmm?
was pretty calm about it. I got all
Mm-hmm.
twos and I should have studied, but I started to panic. So I said, you know what? I'll rely on my memory, and I actually did good. If I studied, who knows what I would have gotten. But
Mm-hmm.
like me, when I have to exams, I'm under pressure, so I just leave it, and whatever happens, happens. That's how I am. But you
Mm-hmm.
prepare. That's good. You all should prepare like Cynfael.
Yeah, so I make sure and started studying. I didn't really used to
Mm-hmm.
study that much. I used to study because I wanted to maintain my grades because I had a goal.
Yeah.
So I never used to study each and every day for an hour. So when it was starting off, like in the first like week or so, it was kind of hard to do it. But I made a promise to myself that I would study. I would study each and every day for one
Mm-hmm.
hour, and I did it, and I keep on doing it.
Yes.
And after the first month, it was just routine. It was a habit to study. And as exam finished, letting go of that
Wait,
habit
so
was so difficult
no, but
because I
like,
was
aren't
like,
you gonna like
I've been doing
further
this for
your
10 months
studies or
now, and
whatnot?
it's like it's part of me.
You're going to further your studies in terms of O
Hmm?
levels or university one time.
Yeah, yeah, A levels. So it's actually yeah, that's what I'm doing. So like,
Okay.
I don't really want people to know, but since it's going to reach you, they'll know. But actually, I'm studying from July,
Yeah.
so studying from now until Cape exams, I'll be doing my work and stuff.
Yes.
So as another set of studying, and since it's a habit to study, it'll be like easy now. So if you so it's so habits can change, but it requires a strong will and a desire to actually want to change it. So do if you're not socializing now, after a while when they meet the right set of people, you would socialize because socializing is more of meeting like-minded people. Like you talk to like-minded people. It's like for me when I people
No,
who
it's fine.
like
You have a
I don't want
standard.
to sound high and mighty, but people who are yeah. So when I see people like that, I'll be like, okay, I don't really want to associate with you. I'm not really going to talk to you because
Yeah.
it don't really
You
benefit me. It's not like
should
I
in
say
a
I'm
way
using people
because
to
what?
benefit me, but
Yes,
it's,
that's the point.
when you have like my people, you build each other up.
Like you can't be trying to lift someone up and they have nothing to return. They
So
can
that's what.
return it in a
Hmm.
different way, but it must be positive. It shouldn't bring you down in any way.
Yeah, and that's what we as like teenagers now doing adolescents like focus on like being accepted by just
I
everybody,
know
which
this
is
girl.
not possible because
This
there are always people who jealous
she
of
brought a
your
project to
results.
school and her friends laughed at it
Hmm.
and told her it was ugly. Now this is a primary school.
Hmm.
And imagine how she felt. She threw
Hmm.
her project in the garbage. And you know what her grade dropped to? It was she would have gotten an A and it dropped to a
Oh.
D because of that one project. Watch how people influence your thoughts and
Hmm.
it's just so sick these days. Imagine little children doing that. How would that
Yeah.
person feel when they get older? You know?
Yeah. Because like how I mentioned, it's 7 years to build a business. things happen over time. So if it starts from young, like young children is doing that, and they feel a certain way, as they grow older, it will just keep getting worse and worse, unless something happens that change them. But I think people should learn to realize that everybody is different, and you cannot force people to be a certain way. They have to make decisions, and people have to be comfortable with being alone, because only you would have an idea of what you want to do, what is your skills, and what is your talent. Because okay, so basically, let me share my little story. So my story is that, so after being alone and thing for
Yeah.
like most of my life in terms of like school and thing, basically like I would call it bullying because people call it bullying, but I just call it name calling. Like they used to make fun of me like
Mm.
because of how I looked and things, to call me ugly and big head and all thing, and that stuck with me for a long time. So I never felt confident about myself, how I looked. I was to feel like, oh, I'm gonna have to talk to this person. I feel so ugly right now. Sometimes not these days.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like that because why should I feel like that? So yeah, that used to happen. So, but I wanted to fit in with everybody, so I tried fitting in, and some things I had to sacrifice. But then I realized at one
Yeah.
point in time, that was like in 2015, I think, ending at 2015, I was like, this is not going to help me. Like, if I keep doing this, then this not really going to benefit me. And that's when I started to break away. I didn't really break away as yet. I started like doing my own. So from 2016, I published my first book. I started my success in 2016. And I started to like do what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to I wanted to do great things. I literally was ambitious. Like I wanted to do great things. So I did. I published my first book. I published like five books in
Wow.
the year 2016, and they're really good. They're really good. I like it. So it's really started, and and also in 2016, I think, or probably even earlier, like probably 2015 or so, I started doing graphic design. So I learned the graphic design. I started developing graphic design skills, and that is where success began for me. And it was because decided that okay, I want to be alone, so I will continue doing what I do. And in 2016, since I entered secondary
Yeah.
school in 2014. Well, two of us entered secondary school in 2014. So 2016, I was in if I publish it in January, January 2016, I'll be informed. Yeah, so I think I'll still be informed too. So yes, I was informed too at that point in time. So people were jealous, like they were like they didn't really show it, but I know because they were speechless. As not a speechless like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Like they don't want
Mm-hmm.
people their age doing something great. And to be honest, right now at that point in time, I am much more valuable and successful than the people who actually
Yeah.
try to bring me down, because now, not to brag, but just to show example, I want to be inspirational people. What I published five books in the year 2016. I did graphic design. I have a diploma in C programming. I have five certificates in business courses, so I could manage business. I also have my own business. I was a CEO. I am a CEO for like since 2017, but it's with different companies, as in my company starting up. I also am part of a children's court program. I am also part of the production department of Divine Encounter Fellowship Ministries International. I also tutor, and I also like research and do many stuff, and I also do graphic design. Well, like I said, I continue graphic design, and I even write poems and screenplays. And right now in my company, which sponsors the program, which sponsors this, not sponsor, well, which owns this podcast, does graphic design, and editing and writing, even though we don't script this podcast, is just straight from our experiences and
Mm-hmm.
straight from our minds without any second thoughts, like we just say it. So that and we really cut down the editing. So it's not like we suck at editing, we just cut down
Mm-hmm.
the editing to give a kind of real experience. Because if we keep editing, we feel like, oh, okay, this was scripted or something. So we want to have a real experience in our podcast. So that's what we aim at. So now, if I wasn't like if I didn't break away from, because my experience in school, most people like used to like jealous, and at I remember at the time in Form 4, I
Right.
remember like this whole issue that went down. I won't say the issue that went down, but I think you heard of it, Jasmine,
Yes,
the issue with me
right.
in Form 4. Yes. So that was so basically technically the whole class, well, with this like about one or two, did hate me because of something that went on. I won't say the issue
Mm-hmm.
now, but probably later on in life I might write a book about it, and so you would know that okay, I wasn't always a success, not really successful. Like, oh, I didn't always had a good life. I never had a good life. Like now, I looking back and it's like, okay, my experiences I could share with somebody because I know that there are people who are actually going through the same thing, and they're afraid to break away from it. So that's my experiences because right now I'm very successful. Not really successful as
Mm-hmm.
in well known. Success doesn't come as in well, okay, I'm so well known, so I'm successful. No, it comes with you being, because success is basically for you. It's not really for others, it's for you. So once you so to consider yourself successful, it means that you are doing something that somebody else is not doing. And I mean a positive way. So like for instance, if you are a
Mm-hmm.
male and you like makeup, your friends gonna be like, okay, that is very gay, you shouldn't do that. But let's say you did feel like that, you like, okay, I want to do this for myself. I don't care what people think. I want to do this. And 10 years down the line, you own your makeup brand, you are a well known makeup artist. You could do whatever and you have that opportunity to do whatever you want to do. So basically that is basically it. So it's good to be alone to to develop yourself, because I'm still going to develop myself. I'm still developing myself. I'm learning. I'm going to do more and more things in my life because I want to live for myself and not for others. Because I have some quotes that I created like probably 2 days ago, so I'll share them with you all. And Jasmine,
Right.
you can tell me what you think, and you can share your stories too after the quotes and stuff. So my first quote is, if you allow others to clip your wings, don't envy others when you see them soaring.
Can you repeat that again?
The second, yeah. If you allow others to clip your wings, don't
Right.
envy
Okay.
others when you see them soaring. And that is true because if, like how we mentioned earlier, if you allow yourself to be on a leash with others, don't bark at people who are actually free. Who don't try to bring on people who are actually free, because they're not actually gonna bring them down. It may look that at a certain point in time, but once they're persevering, you will just make them 10 times better because they will have more motivation to do what they actually doing. So it's not like, okay, I saw this person from crewing. No, because that's what happened to me, and I went from my 10 bucks owning my own business, and I still gonna grow my business now. And I plan on doing many things in my life where I'm putting that in the face of those of you who doubted, and you will see the results. And for those of you who are actually in the same boat, you will see results once you start doing what you want to do. So, Jasmine, what about you? What are your thoughts? What are your stories? What are your favorite quotes that you may admire in terms of being alone and successful quotes and
I don't really have
inspirations and
things
stuff?
that I could just call on my memories, not as yours, but I will share my story. When I entered the school, we entered the school in what year? 2004. Right. Because I
Yeah,
was
2014.
surprised in my class. People well, they thought they could have just speak about me without going to get me, knowing, like, actually approaching me or anything like that. They would just talk about me, literally right to my face. I'd be sitting there and they would just talk. I left it like that for, let's see, how long I was in that state. I was in that state for probably the whole year, full of Form 1. And then bullying started. Well, boy,
Mm-hmm.
I did not hold back. I let them know that I was not having that at all. You may be quiet, but you don't have to be subject. You don't have to like take whatever people are telling you. Then people will just come at you even more and would say like, oh, she quiet, she's a dance or something like that. No, stand up for yourself. What made me change? I also started watching anime in that year. I'm sure everyone could relate to anime. Everyone. And I watched a show and there was this girl just like me and I was like, and she stood up for herself one day. I was like, you know what? I will do that too. So change is good. Sometimes it's bad. Depends on where your mind is. I don't have many stories like yours because after a while, I told people I was not having it. If this person come and do that to me, do it elsewhere. I was not having it at all. Even though I'm still quiet. But
Mm-hmm.
change is good. Just associate yourself with the right individuals. You will know over time. And just live life. Obviously pursuing your goals. Also, you know what? Another
Yep.
thing is, like, even though like children would bring you down,
Mm-hmm.
teachers also bring students down. They have a sharp tongue,
Yes.
much worse than the children.
Yeah, because you as an adult bringing on a child who has a dream, and the thing about it is only judging it based on now because things will happen. As successful people don't think about, okay, I'm this way now, I can do this. They think about what they want in the future, so they align themselves starting from now to get what they want to. So it shouldn't judge people like on now. So that the teachers have the important role to play as in nurturing the children to do what the children
Mm-hmm.
want to achieve in life, not bring them down based on how they are now. So the other three quotes that I want to share is each failure
Mm-hmm.
is, well, all these three quotes is my quotes. So yeah, each failure is building your ladder to success. Stay focused and keep trying. You'll eventually reach there. Then the next one is even if you're not successful now but have the mindset and put in the work, it's just a matter of time before it becomes reality. And then the last one is success does not happen overnight. It is the result of constant sacrifice, persistence, and a strong desire to achieve your goals over time. So that is my quotes.
So, like, if our viewers would want to reach out to any of us, how do they go about doing that?
Well, they could go on they could email us at um
Yeah.
I don't remember the email offhand, so I'll just go and get the email now. Um but they could also go on the Facebook page for
Mm-hmm.
Therapy to Technology, since they're the ones in charge of
Yes.
the whole podcast. They could go on the Facebook page and message the main company and say they let's talk. They just mention let's talk and they say what they want. Well, it's not say what they want as in
Yeah.
this the whole program, but reach out to using the Facebook page for therapy and technology. Just mention let's talk and reach out and they will submit it to us. Or you can email us at tptechnology.letstalk@gmail.com. It will appear on your screen. Also, it is in the in the description of every podcast episode. I think most likely, yeah. But it will be in the description of this podcast episode, so they can reach out to us at our email for this podcast is tptechnology.letstalk@gmail.com. So they can reach out to us there. We would love to hear your stories and what topics they want us to discuss and if we are making our impact. And also, if you want to be part of the cast, you're free to do so. Just saying. Shout out to anybody who wants to, be in a podcast. Because we're looking for people to rotate. Yeah. So, basically, that's all for like being alone. Also, we also doing something special. The viewers or listeners, find out what this could be. This would be a video, but you think what it is? No, I'm not the much to see. And I'm not the much to see. It's just like listen. So you can listen as on the go. You can listen while you're sleeping. You can do anything that you know. So you can listen to it anywhere. Listen on the break times, on the lunch times. Anyway, so anywhere you can do this. And the thing about this podcast, we changed it is that the certain weeks we'll have two episodes. So it'll be a trivia episode with Jasmine, probably Luna, and maybe it's like taking like quizzes and thing, and it will be a quite interactive episode. And the regular episodes will be talking about different topics. The topic list is almost done. We have about 5 more topics that we actually had in the beginning, submitted by our previous cast members. Mandatory from our assistant production manager, who's doing a great job with doing everything with this podcast. Also, how we have everything finalized with this podcast. We would like to thank our assistant production manager, Angel Gasperez. I really forgetting what the name is. Right. So we'd like to thank her for playing a huge role in this podcast. So, and we'd also like to thank Jasmine, who decided that she would for this podcast as well, which really helped us out. So yeah, basically we are coming at the end of this recording. So one thing we like to leave with you, viewers or listeners, whichever one you are, or it could be both, because you can listen and watch the picture on the screen. Yeah, you could. The main goal or the main thing that you can take away from this, being alone is not as negative as you think it is. It's a decision, it's a sacrifice to make that you decide to make in order to get your future life, what you actually want to achieve. It's important that you actually pursue what you want without having others tell you what they think they're the right people to do it. And it's hard to let go of, people who associate with for like probably like years now. Trust me, that sacrifice will help you in the future. So just stop now, as I could say, or what a message I got from watching the video is that sacrifice the amenities of the now for the luxuries of the future. So that's basically it. So we have come to the end of this podcast. So thank you, Jasmine, for being with us today.
Anytime.
So look out for next week's episode, y'all. Might be doing a trivia episode. We still have to finalize that, but we just want to let you know beforehand. So thank you all for watching. I'm Cynfael, and this is Jasmine with me. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this podcast.
Bye.
Bye.